Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Ron Rose PI, stories from the case files. Today, I started out to do this video, but then my wife and son reminded me of all the other ghost and spirit stuff that we had happen around the house. So I did a couple of videos on that stuff because I did one the other day and I thought that was the only ghost story that I'd had, but I'd forgotten about the other ones. So anyway, those are done. So now I'm going to do the video that I've been thinking about doing. It was a case that I worked. It was a homicide case that I'd worked, and it's been a few years now. So I was sent to interview the prime suspect, and he was on video, and I talked to him for, I talked to him for a couple hours. Quite interesting guy. He'd spent most of his time in prison and the streets, and when he wasn't in prison, he was on the streets and vice versa. He was okay with me. He showed me proper respect, and it's really funny that the murderers are almost the most respectful guys you'll ever talk to. It's really strange how that works, but ask any investigator or any police officer, and they'll tell you the same thing. It's kind of strange how it works. So I'm talking to this guy, and I'm asking him, this simple questions, and we're getting into, and what had happened was it was a drug deal that went bad, and he went in to collect his money into this gentleman's house, and he didn't pay. The guy that owed him the money didn't pay, and he didn't have any drugs to give him in payment, so he physically beat him down. He with his fists. And so I told him, I said, well, you know that you're charged with murder. And it's not funny because it's a homicide, but this was his explanation to me. Well, he was alive when I left. I'm dead serious. He was alive when I left. That was his big explanation. So I explained to him that the gentleman's house that he was in, that he beat down, had multiple, and I mean, I'd never seen anything like it really for a small house, and it was just, but he's a dope dealer, so he had multiple cameras and recordings of every angle conceivable in that house, from the second you walked up to the front door till the time you walked out, any back door, any window, any bedroom, anywhere. I mean, the guy had the place covered, and it was a small house. It was like, you'd look at that place and think, man, are you serious? The camera system cost more than the rent. So anyway, he was on camera, caught dead to rights, and he did physically assault this man and beat him down, and he succumbed to his injuries, and he passed right there. He died. He never moved from the spot when my interviewee, the suspect, left. When he left, that guy never moved until they found him there deceased. And it's all recorded. Everything is recorded. So we kind of got past that part of it and drifted. He started to drift because, look, once you know you're caught, you don't want to admit you're caught, so you start drifting and telling other stories. And any investigator will tell you this. I mean, that's why investigations sometimes take hours and hours and hours, and you know the answer already, but you kind of go along with the process. So he started to drift, and so, okay, drift away. I mean, so I've spent thousands and thousands of hours in jails, county jails and prisons and jail cells and holding facilities. And so it doesn't matter to me. I'm getting paid to be there and listen to this guy tell his stories. So go. So he starts telling me about counterfeiting. Now he knows he's in prison. He knows he's in custody and he's going to court. His next court date is for first-degree murder. Period. I mean, a bunch of other stuff, he took some stuff and what all the other, ancillary charges. They don't really mean much. Burglary, entering a dwelling to commit a crime and all that. Whatever, right? Murder is murder. It's a horrible deal and you shouldn't do it, and it's just what it is. So he starts drifting about counterfeiting. And he's telling me that that's why they changed the $100 bills and the $20 bills. They changed them and put that, that they got that strip of tape in them, and now they have that hologram on them. Before the hologram was the little strip, it was like a little strip of tape inside the paper. Before they did that, he told me, and he's going through, it's like he's taking like a half hour to do this. Explains to me that there's a certain chain store that you can go into and get every single thing you need to do this process. And then he used to do that. He would purchase this stuff, cost him less than $100 to get everything he needed. And he would turn the old, like 3 generations ago, $1 bills into $100 bills. And then when he was done, he would do this all night. And when he was done, he would take this stuff back to the same store and return it and get his money back. That was his deal. And until they changed to the new generation, and then I mean, there's like 2-3 generations now, but until they changed, this was his scam, and he had it going on because he would go to, there's lots of places that you can wash money like that in local towns. So I don't want to give anybody any ideas. So he's explaining this whole process about how you take the dollar bills and you wash them and you clean them, and then you have just a regular paper, and then you put them in the printer, and then you take and then you print them, and then you dry them, and then you do something else to them, and blah, 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 blah. On and on and on until the finished product of the $100 bill. And then, then he catches himself. He catches himself and he goes, hey, real serious. I mean, this guy's he's dead serious. And now, granted, we're sitting in the county jail. And if anybody thinks that you're doing an interview in a county jail and they're not listening to you, you think again. Now, I'm not casting aspersions on anybody's character, but it would seem to me that if I was it's not a public place. You have no reasonable expectation of privacy in a jail. You just don't. And not in my opinion. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know. But he looks at me really serious and he goes, hey, can I get in trouble for telling you this? Are you serious? You're on the hook for first-degree murder on video. You really think they care that you used to turn $1 bills into $100 bills? You've got to be kidding me. He looks at me and goes, yeah, I guess you're right. Which is probably why you're on that side of the glass. Just saying. Anyway, quick story. I had to share that one because that was funny. Not fun. It's not funny that someone got their life taken, but the look in the guy's face after going through this entire process, counterfeiting process, catches himself and asks me if he's going to get in trouble for explaining that to me. When he's on the hook, on video, slam dunk, first-degree murder, life sentence, no questions asked. Anyway, thought I'd share that. So if you like my stuff, I tell stories like this all the time. Like and subscribe. If not, thanks for giving me a shot, checking me out. And if you do like it and you subscribe, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. So wherever you are, day or night, whatever part of the world you're in, hopefully you and your family are healthy and safe. That's really all that matters, that you're healthy and safe. So thank you very much. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.